Lewis, can you start off just basically give us a bit of a rundown of what your background was and how you came to Fox?
Of course. I was a retail manager for probably 20 years. Started at Kmart when I was 15, worked my way up and was a store manager for a while. I was sick of being inside. Wanted kind of something to own myself, and I've always loved gardening. So looked at a couple of options, maybe going out by myself, looked at a couple of other businesses, but just Fox stood out to me straight away. And after meeting Ian and yourself, straight away it kind of felt like home. Got the feeling that it was about what you guys could do for me, not what I could do for you.
Oh, that's excellent. That's music to our ears. So how long have you been going for with your business?
18 months now. So started in October 2024. So done a good 18 months, coming into my second winter now, and really set up for success this time around. Not that I was unsuccessful last time, but taking all those lessons to really have a profitable winter.
Good. What would you say your first year was like?
Touch and go early days. Really taking on the lessons of how to get repeat business. I was getting emails from Phil and you guys with pretty clear-cut instructions on how to do it all every week. So I just followed them to a T, and lo and behold, business just kept flowing. Repeat customers, friends of customers, just grew my brand, grew the Fox business in my area. And less than 12 months in, I already had a full roster and expanding out to have an apprentice on board.
Oh, that's awesome.
And handing out jobs that were a bit further away to other Fox guys.
So the system works?
Definitely does.
Good.
If you read everything thoroughly, take it on board, especially the things you look at and go, oh, I don't want to do that. I kind of forced myself to do that stuff.
Put yourself out of your comfort zone.
Definitely. The big one for me was reaching out to customers saying, hey, I'm in your area today. Want me to pop past for anything? I rolled my eyes at that one big time. But
Why was that?
I wouldn't want that message myself. I'm kind of someone who would look at that and go, I'd ask if I wanted you to come past, mate.
And how did you find the reaction when you didn't? When you actually put yourself in that position and didn't?
There were a few people who would push me off, but 90% of customers straight away would be, yeah, Lewis, that'd be awesome. Come on past, do this for me. So completely shocked at the difference.
Well, that's good, because that is what a lot of people who have never been in business do. They just think, oh, well, this is how I feel, so this is how everybody else must feel.
Definitely.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
and did you
my attitude was obviously completely different to a lot of other people out there, just finding the customers that are receptive to it.
That's good. And did you find with your first year, what was the biggest, hardest lesson for you? Which season was the hardest season for you, do you think?
The hardest season for me was probably autumn last year. I hadn't really got a good routine yet down. Business was starting to slow down. I hadn't probably locked in enough regular customers yet, and really didn't have that system of building up that next visit yet.
When did you start? Can I ask which period did you?
October,
okay.
Early spring.
Early spring, and did you find, because you started in spring, and the spring is always a busy period.
Yeah.
Right. We always recognise spring as the building your business period. Did you find that hard because you're starting?
Well, I think that's probably where autumn was harder. I'd probably gotten a bit greedy and was so busy going, all right, next job, instead of building those relationships and locking down regulars.
Good lesson.
Yeah.
Good lesson. We always tell all the guys that spring, you know, it's your time to build up your regular business.
Yeah.
So you prepare yourself for autumn, which is, you kind of did, but it's also, I guess, because you're starting in a very busy period.
Yeah.
You tend to forget, don't you?
Definitely.
Which you obviously recognised. I know Emma went out with you for a little while.
Yeah.
And I know you did say that she really loved the work.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, she
Yeah,
is unable to continue.
Her health wasn't in the position to continue going out with me, but she did absolutely love my wife, that is, working with me. She was mowing, either on the ride-on or just a pushy, while I do all the edging and blowing. She was loving the outdoors.
Yeah, and it's very enjoyable, isn't it, when you're working with your partner?
Yeah.
And you're out there. Sure, there might be probably times when you're on edge with each other, right?
Definitely.
Did that happen?
Oh, I definitely got on her nerves.
But there's a common goal.
She was lovely the entire time. But yeah, I was definitely on her nerves, maybe not explaining how to do things quite right.
And is she still involved in the business to some degree?
Yeah, definitely. She looks after a lot of the accounting for me. So I can just go, smashing through as many jobs as possible. She does a lot of the invoicing and the BAS as well.
Or the bookkeeping.
That's it.
Makes a big difference.
Definitely.
Because we all have skills in areas, and in a lot of your case and a lot of franchise owners' case, the skill set and the capability is actually out there generating the income and creating the work, creating the business.
That's it.
Sometimes it can be quite hard. So if you've got a partner, that's a godsend, a partner that can
definitely.
do it. But if you don't, what would you do?
An accountant, but I guess.
Get yourself a bookkeeper.
Yeah.
Right. So now that you've gone through a full season, yeah, it's almost a full season. You've been in for 2 years,
months,
right?
yeah.
18 months, yeah. Do you remember what your first year's turnover was?
Just under 100K.
Yep.
But that's not really including all the cash.
And you have, like, between you and Emma, you guys have got how many kids?
5 kids.
5 kids.
Yes.
Wow. How old are they, can I ask?
14, 11, 7, 6, 4.
Oh, wow. Very informative ages.
Yes.
Do you find that now that you're running your own business and the kids have got, obviously, I'm sure they've got sports and activities that you have to be there for.
Yeah.
How do you find the flexibility in running your business to be able to?
Absolutely amazing. Like this morning I was there to drop my kids off to school, something I never had before. Available all weekends whenever needed. There's days, my daughter's still in daycare, and if she has a day off, I can, and is at home with my wife, I can just pop home for lunch and
wow, that's nice.
Spend some quality time with the family before.
Do you mind sharing?
Yeah.
Do you mind sharing what you were on when you were working full time? What was your full time role like?
My full time salary was 120K. So yeah, definitely making more than that now.
Good. And what sort of hours did you do?
Probably 12 hours a day.
Wow.
5 till 5 most days. Yeah.
Wow. And what was your role?
I was a store manager, retail store manager.
12-hour days.
Yeah.
How many hours a day do you work now?
Probably 8.
8, yeah.
Yeah. I try and schedule everything between 8 till 4 each day.
Yeah.
There's days where I'm working a bit longer. There's days I'm home by 1.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess that's the flexibility of running your own business. Is that something that you thought about when you were looking at getting into something for yourself?
Not really, no. Like I was kind of happy to do the longer days, and obviously times I still do it. I work late on a Monday night. I'm still going with the mower until 8 p.m. on the dot and switching it off when the noise restrictions come in, because I've got customers who don't get home and don't have access unless they're there after work. So schedule all them together on a Monday and smash through them. Oh,
excellent. And do you work 6 days a week?
Only when I absolutely need to.
Did you start that way, or did you, like when you first started, were you doing 6 days a week, or did you choose?
When I was first starting, I was doing 6 days a week. Sometimes I'd have my kids with me, but I found it just wasn't really working for me. So I made that choice of, I'm just going to work Monday to Friday. You know, there's times around public holidays or it's been particularly too wet where I've got to do a weekend to catch up.
But that's the beauty, isn't it? It's the beauty of having that flexibility. There is no particular day when it comes to running your own business. It's not, today's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I can't work Saturday or Sunday. It's just like, if you feel like it, you can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
And you just have to rearrange your day around, and just be aware that, you know, if you want to actually earn an income, you actually have to work.
That's it. Yeah.
No, that's good.
At least doing probably 30 hours a week.
What would you say to somebody who is on the borderline in a similar position to you?
Yeah.
And they're not there. Were you afraid when you made that decision?
Yeah,
were you
the
like,
nerves.
do I? And what's calmed your nerves down? Was it something we said? Was it something did you speak to other guys? What was your
for
process?
myself? Like I said, it was coming and meeting you guys. The attitude from yourself and Ian was, what can we do for you? How can we help you? And that's all I've had from Fox the whole time. It's
good.
what we can do for you to grow your business. Whereas I had looked at a few other ways of going, and it was all what I could do for them. It was like working for someone else again. There was a second part to that question, I forgot it.
And what would you say to somebody who is really, they're on the borderline?
Do it. Jump in. I regret not doing it 20 years ago. Like, I'm, 36 now, I think? I don't know. I wish I did it when I was 18.
How did Emma feel when you told her, I'm going to go into mowing?
Nervous.
Yeah.
I knew I was capable. Knew I'd do it well. But, just the uncertainty of a steady income to begin with. Yeah.
And how long before your concern of the steadiness of the income, how long before you realise, I can now change the way I manage my income because I've got this is how my life runs now?
Look, it's still a work in progress for me. I'm a bit of a fiend of, there's a bit of money in my bank account, hello. So I really got to stop myself and just give that money to my wife to put in the savings. Good. But it would have been a good 6 months until, I could really stand back and go, well, I've got 4 months behind me of solid income. Like, this is working.
Good. Yeah. And did you claim on turnover guarantee? Because we do have a turnover guarantee in place.
Never needed to. I think there was a week I was $40 short and could have, but the weeks prior and leading up, I was making double what the turnover guarantee was. So, didn't even think about needing it.
Oh, good. And what do you think of somebody who says, I can't make it work, the leads aren't working, I'm like, it's just, I can't turn over the leads? How can you advise somebody who is...
I would go back and just read everything. The instructions are there, they've probably been given to you throughout the emails and guidance you've been given. Read through everything. If you follow them to a T, you'll make it work. Probably the second thing is just reach out. Reach out to the other guys. There's a massive network out there. Everyone of us has probably been in the exact same position you are. Ask for help and you'll get it.
Absolutely. And I think the community that we have always wanted to build is really so supportive of each other.
Definitely.
Right. I know you've given work out to other guys who are, new to the business. So really, if you take advantage of the resources and the help. There's no reason for you to, feel like you're on your own, because we are a team.
Yeah, it's all there. You've just got to reach out and ask or take it.
Do you attend the meetings?
I do. Yeah. I think I've missed one, but every single one I can.
And how do you find the meetings? What is it like? What would you say to somebody who doesn't turn up?
Start turning up.
What's the most important thing about the meeting for you?
The community. Yeah. Building those relationships and networking. You kind of know where the other guys are at, know where their expertise are. So if you've got a question about something specific, reach out to them. I met Luke in Knox at a franchise meeting, and he's been an absolute lifesaver for me, transitioning into battery tools. Now that I've got a fleet of battery tools, I've ended up going the same brand as him. So just those early niggles and questions I had, just being able to shoot him a text saying, how do you work this? If
you were, looking back at what you're doing, if you were going to start in this business fresh, knowing what you know now, what's the one thing that you would do differently?
Reach out for help earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was so busy, trying to just score the next job, that I didn't stop and ask, is this the right job for me? Am I doing the right price? Yeah,
but I think you followed the process really well, because the reality is when you start any business, and we purposely set our territory size or territory distance to 25 kilometres radius, that's what, 30 minutes max?
Yeah, half an hour, not far.
Yeah, not far. As long as you make that call and you know what the client is after. Obviously, if you have to travel 30 minutes for a nature strip, probably may not be worth it. But if you make that call, you'll know.
Exactly.
You'll know whether you should take it on or not. And if you don't make that call, you won't know. So if you turn up randomly, you probably will be wasting your time. Our advice is always make the call within a certain time.
Yeah.
Right. As soon as you get the lead, make the call.
Yeah.
Did you find, what was your conversion, do you think? When you first started, how did you?
Look, early on it was very high, just because I was extremely quick on the leads, probably was a bit underpriced.
It's okay. Yeah.
But, as I got more steady, better understanding of local prices, what other guys were charging and what level of service they were giving for the prices. Like I was giving a professional premium service at, Facebook marketplace prices. I probably converted closer to about 60 to 70%.
Good.
That's where you really want to be at.
Correct. I think if you're converting 90%, you have to ask yourself, if you think that you're converting 90 to 95%, you have to ask yourself, am I too low?
Yeah.
Because you are running a business where you've got expenses like insurance, you're covered, you're police checked, you get leads and you don't pay for it, which is a real benefit, isn't it?
100%.
Because if you think about it, if you're paying for the leads, you go out there and compete with somebody who's not paying for leads.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you've got your price automatically has to be much higher.
100%.
Yeah. So with the conversion rate of 70%, where would you say you sit now, knowing that your prices are a little bit better based on the quality of what you do? I'm just going to track back a little bit with regards to what you said about you were a bit underpriced.
Yeah.
Do you think your underpricing then, given that you're much faster now, is still underpriced? I know.
Good question. No, probably not. I probably was about the right price when you factor in speed to it.
So really it's your experience and how quickly and how much you know of that property.
Yeah.
So when people say they're underpriced, I often think, but you're also not experienced.
Yeah.
You also have to speed up. You also have to have completed that service at least 2 or 3 times before you know the client's property well, and then you
Yeah.
can get in, know exactly how to start and get going and finish off.
Yeah, I found that yesterday. You know, what I've been doing for a while, found a shortcut where if I, jumped from the nature strip to the opposite side of the curb, all of a sudden I was walking back and forth 3 times. So it's little time savers each time.
Yes, so you get a bit more efficient at what you do.
Yeah.
And I guess now, not only are you looking at that sort of efficiency, you're also looking at the efficiency of how far you go.
Exactly.
Right. Have you still got any clients from day one?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. This afternoon I'm going to do a block flash for a place in Pearsdale that I've been doing for 18 months. And a few others as well.
How often do you block slash that property?
The guy's lovely. It's in a little court and all the neighbourhood kids play on it. So he gets me to do it every 4 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So it's looking pristine so the neighbours can play footy on it.
Oh, that's so lovely. Yeah.
Indeed.
We should interview him or her. And do you charge the same price each time?
Yeah. Yeah.
And are you getting faster on that one?
Yes, because now I have and use a ride on, whereas early days I was using my pushy.
Okay, yeah. So when did you start it? What prompted you to get a ride on? At what stage?
That was the time my wife came out to work with me. That we kind of needed 2 mowers on the go, deciding whether we get a second pushy, both of us going, or a ride on. So I made the call to get a ride on. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, well, do you mind sharing what we're coming up to the end of the financial year. What are you looking at, hoping to be making this financial year? Where are you tracking?
160,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's very good.
I'm going to ask you because I think it's great.
I think it's
for
great.
a second year. Particularly now that you're also looking at improving the quality or, we know you already improved the quality. You don't take jobs that are going to make you feel like, do I really want to go to this client today, right? Isn't that one of the beauty of, running your own business?
100%. That was definitely a challenge early on, taking on just every job possible, instead of finding the right client match as well.
But now
people who are going to respect the business and myself as much as you're going to take the time and respect for their garden.
Correct. No, I like the way you put that. It is very much respect. I mean, people have to respect that you're running a business and you're trying your best to run a premium, a good quality business, look after their property the same way as you would look after your own.
Yeah.
And if they're very difficult clients and they don't value you, then the beauty is that you've now earned the right to say, well, give me the same respect or find somebody else who's probably not going to respect your property as well. Yeah.
Indeed.
No, that's good. What would you like to reach? Where do you see your business going in maybe 2 to 3 years? What's important to you?
Now my sons are, getting to teenage years, I really want to be in a position where, if this is a career path they want to go down, where I can fully support them, ready to go, to start working for me, and kind of make their own way from there.
A lot of the franchise owners are already doing that. They have children, generally boys. I don't want to be sexist, but it does tend to be the boys in the family. When they get to an age where they really don't know, and at that age you really don't know, it's a great way to introduce them through, work ethics, what else you can do outside of just the traditional go to work for a boss.
Yeah.
And the beauty is that you have the ability to help them through that because it's your business.
Definitely. Right? I'd much rather them working for me than Macca's or anything.
Not that it's a bad thing. Macca's actually has a good training process, but it's nice to know that you can you can actually offer them that
Definitely.
that process of finding it out for themselves.
Yeah.
I know Jason. Did you know
Yeah,
Jason's
I did Jason
son?
with training.
Oh, you did training with him? Yep.
Yeah. His son taught me definitely how to speed up with hedges.
Oh, good.
It was very
Oakley's
slow.
Awesome. Yeah. No, but that's hedging is one of those things. You just keep, the more you do, the better you get at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I see James doing my neighbour's hedges, and every single time I go past it, I'm like, wow, it wasn't like this when he first started.
Yeah.
It just gets better and better. But, that's part and parcel of practice.
That's it.
Practice makes perfect. Yeah. Is there anything you would like to add to being a fox and what it's done for your life? And
I guess just the general happiness of it all.
Yeah.
How much more pleasant I am to my family, I guess. Not realising that they really appreciate everything Fox has done for myself. Even just weight, I've lost.
I know, you look awesome.
35 kilos now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 of that was in the first 6 months.
A side effect of this business.
Exactly. It wasn't a plan or anything, didn't intend to, but it just fell off.
Well, no, you couldn't ask for a better business, I don't think. You go out there, sure, it's physically hard work, but you're out in the open, fresh air. It's good for your health.
100%.
You're appreciated for the work that you do by clients, the good clients, that is, the bad ones can go. And you're making good money. But it does, as you've outlined, it does require you to put effort in and to think about what it is that you want. You can still survive and you can still make money if you just tracked along and took leads, but imagine what you could do if you actually put a bit of effort into it.
100%. As I've said many times, follow the instructions.
I love that.
Read them, take it in, and just do it.
No, I love that. Well, thank you, Lewis. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.